Hello guys, welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing a WW meal prep for weight loss with you guys. I will be leaving the points on the screen. Also down below in the description box will be the written recipe with the points so that you guys can follow the recipe and add it into your app yourself. I'm going to be sharing a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys are doing well, and let's just get right into the very first breakfast, which is going to be super easy. I do want to mention all these meals are going to be really easy. One of them is going to be freezer friendly, and then the other two are going to be great to store in the fridge and bring to work to heat up. So keep that in mind. So now let's get into the first meal, which will be our breakfast. So for the breakfast bagels, I'm using these Everything bagel thins. These are 3 points each, and I'm just going to use what I have left, which is 5 bagels. So we'll have 5 breakfast options. I'm heating them up and toasting them in the oven because I feel like it'll be much faster than having to do individually in the toaster oven. Hopefully they get crispy enough. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open them all. You gotta be really gentle with these because they are pretty thin and they break really easily if you're too rough. So just gently open them all up. Okay. I might spray them with olive oil spray actually. I think that'll help get them kind of crisped up a little bit. So I am gonna do that, and then I'm gonna bake them. I think that'll help get them nice and crispy, and I'm gonna pop these in the oven on 400, and I'll leave the time for how long I cook them. I think it's gonna take around probably 10 to 15 minutes. I will have to flip them over so that the other side gets crispy, so I'll leave the exact time frame and I'll let you guys know once they're done. Okay, I have this really awesome pan. I got this, I think, from Home Goods, but it's so nice. It's almost like a griddle, I feel like, and it's really great to cook meat on, tacos, and when you're doing multiple eggs, like I'm about to do 5 eggs, so I'm gonna use this for that. Okay, how I test to see if it's hot enough, I flick water, and if it bubbles, it's done. So we're gonna crack 5 eggs. Yes. 2. That one's way in the corner. 4. 1 more. Maybe right here. It's okay, we'll survive. Okay. So we have our 5 eggs. Season these up. Okay, so I just measured out some cheese with my scale. I'll leave my scale link down below. I have 28 grams, and that doesn't sound like a lot between 5 bagels, but the thing is with this is the bagel's pretty small, so you don't need so much cheese. You just want to sprinkle a little bit on the egg. So 28 grams is 4 points, so split between 5 bagels, it should be around 1 point per bagel for cheese. And then I'm using honey ham. Now if you don't like ham, you can use bacon, turkey sausage patties. You could use whatever you want, but I prefer ham, and 1 slice of this deli ham is 1 point, so that'll be the point for the protein. So I'll add that to, I'll show you how I assemble it. I have a system. See how that's plenty of cheese? It covers all of the egg. For the ham, I like to fold it once and then fold it again. So it's the shape like this, and then just place it right on top. This just makes it really easy to get onto the bagel. go. Let that just continue to heat up, and then we'll add it to our bagels. And when you mic this the next day in the microwave, the ham warms up really nicely and cooks even more. So I just don't like to overcook the ham. All right, here we have it. So I'm gonna go ahead and place see how easy this is to get off your, oh, I spoke too soon. Okay, I'm just gonna add the ham, egg, and cheese directly onto the bottom bagel. Ooh, this one looks so good because there's like cheese on the side, like fried up. That looks so good. Okay, and I'm only showing 4 because I'm gonna eat one right now for breakfast. So here's the 4 out of the 5 we made. I'm just gonna let these sit here for a little while and cool down, and then we'll wrap them up and store them in the freezer. Look how good those look. Super easy to do also. I'm gonna go ahead and pack these up. I like to do it in aluminum foil. I feel like it just stores better that way and a lot easier. So the next day, what I do is take it out of the aluminum foil, wrap it in a paper towel, damp the paper towel just a little bit, like the smallest amount, and then mic it for about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and pop these into the freezer. Okay, I really love zucchini noodles, but my new obsession is these like thicker, whiter zucchini rainbow ribbons. I don't know what it is. It's almost like it would be like linguine pasta instead of spaghetti or angel hair. Like, it's just thicker, and I don't know, I love it. And then when you cook it down, I feel like it doesn't get as wet, and I don't know, I just really love the texture. So I just use the mandolin and I go over it on one. So they're still pretty thin, of course, but the shape is just so cool. So I only like to cook these for like, I barely leave them on, maybe like 10 seconds, because I heat them up the next day and I like it to have a little bit of a crunch. So look at all these. Love it. So yeah, I'm only gonna pop them on the stovetop for literally 10 seconds. And then for the shrimp, you saw me season that shrimp up. I have that. I'm gonna cook also and get that really, I'm gonna get the skillet super hot and then try to get a little browning on the shrimp. So like I mentioned, just for a little bit so they don't get like wet and soggy. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it off now, because I mic them the next day and they soften up even more, so I just don't want them to be like wet. There you go. There we go. ideally you just don't want them touching. They get the crispiest that way. Oh yeah. Perfect. Exactly how I like them, with a little bit of browning. Oh my gosh, these are gonna be so good. There we go. Yeah, the key is just to get them to where they're not touching. That's why I love this pan so much. I will leave this pan linked below. I'll find one super similar. I got it from Home Goods, but you definitely can find them on Amazon also. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, here is the very simple dish, and really this is for me, so I just made enough for me. Here's the zucchini ribbons, and I'll just dish those out, and then I'll top it with this delicious shrimp, which turned out amazing. And then I also am going to add my cottage cheese onion dip. You can use that dip as a sauce and a dip, of course, but I'm gonna drizzle that over the top, and that will be my meal, which will be 1 point for the dip. So it'll be a 1 point lunch option, which I prefer my lunches to be like this, just very minimal, very light, and I can save the points for dinner and I don't get tired midday. So I'm gonna let that cool off, and then we'll store it in the fridge while Brixie's trying to get a fly. Get it. This is my little fly eater. She gets them too. Okay, now for the dip. This will be used with the zucchini and shrimp, and also as a snack. I like to dip veggies in this, just chips. It's just an amazing dip. You can use ranch seasoning, but I'm making onion because I love it. I'm using low-fat 2% cottage cheese. You can feel free to use 1% low-fat or fat-free, but I feel like this tastes the best. So I'm going to pour this whole container, which this is a 16-ounce container, and this makes about like 8 servings. 1/4 cup is a serving. Ooh. And then we're gonna take the onion mix, and honestly this adds so much flavor. Pretty much all you can taste is just onion. You can't really even taste the cottage cheese. So if you don't like cottage cheese, I feel like you'd still like this because it's just so thick and creamy. And then blend it up. And don't add any liquid to it because then it'll be like way too thin. Just keep blending it. Should look something like this, nice and thick and creamy. Okay, these are a trial and error, boy. There's some open, but I don't think it's gonna matter once it's all puffed up. I think it's still gonna taste really good, but they look a little crazy. But we're gonna go ahead and pop them in the air fryer and cook them up and see how they turn out. Okay, there's still, well, we ate 2. But there's still 2 more in the air fryer cooking. Total, these made 14 of these little beef cups. We're gonna have this for dinner tonight, and then we're gonna store it in a container. And Joey's also gonna use these for work. He's gonna bring them to work, and then I can just reheat these, I think, in the air fryer tomorrow for lunch or dinner. I think probably dinner, honestly. These are more of like a dinner to me because they're really carby, but I used the 2 ingredient dough as you guys saw. Okay, I wanted to show you guys, this is what the container I'm putting them in. I still have 2 I need to add into this, but I am ready to eat some dinner. So this is what it looks like. This is what I'm actually having tonight, so you can kind of see what these go with. Fries and broccoli with a little beef pocket. That's like the perfect comfort food, and we have a ton left. So I'm so excited about this meal prep. I hope you guys try it out. I've already tasted it. It is so good, and you just really need to season it. That's the key, is season it with garlic powder, salt, lots of salts, and garlic powder. Yeah, that's it for this meal prep. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, everything will be down in the description box, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video.